All right, let's dive into a really powerful concept, especially for anyone who's ever felt completely and utterly stuck. Whether it's from burnout, grief, depression, that feeling where moving at all seems impossible. We're going to explore what the source material calls the architecture of defiance. It's a way of thinking about how to build a path forward even when you have nothing left in the tank. And this quote, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's about that strange, almost comforting feeling of just staying put. The idea of sinking into soft, familiar mud is such a perfect metaphor for how our own minds can trick us into staying in a place of pain just because we know it. It's familiar. So let's start right there with that core conflict, the trap of staying still. We're going to break down why a state that's painful but known can somehow feel safer than even thinking about trying to get better. And when you lay it out like this, it makes so much sense. On one side, you've got the known pain. Yeah, it's awful, but you know exactly what it is. It's familiar. And on the other side, well, that's the unknown. That's the effort to change, which feels incredibly risky. It's a steep, uncertain climb that demands energy you just don't have. So of course the mind wants to cling to what it knows, even if it feels like you're slowly suffocating. Okay, so if that's the trap, then what in the world is the escape? This is where this really cool idea comes in. The architecture of defiance. The whole point is that getting out isn't some single heroic leap. It's about slowly, deliberately, and maybe even reluctantly building a path forward, one tiny, tiny action at a time. And this is the question, isn't it? This is what so many people feel. If we're talking about things that are supposedly so small, why does just thinking about doing them feel like you're being asked to climb Mount Everest? And here is the absolute crucial answer. It's not in your head. The difficulty is not imagined. The source material is really clear on this. These conditions literally drain the energy reserves that most people just have on tap. So yeah, the effort is disproportionately hard. That feeling is 100% real and valid. So what do these small actions actually look like in practice? We're talking about the absolute basics. Things like just getting out of bed, just washing your face, maybe eating one simple meal, or even just stopping for a moment to take 10 conscious breaths. Each one is just a small brick, a single building block. They are not supposed to feel revolutionary or amazing when you do. But, how does any of this actually build into something real? Because at first, these actions can feel so pointless. And that brings us to the next big idea, the power of momentum. It's all about how these small, imperfect, reluctant steps create a force that you can't even see or feel at first. This might be my favorite concept from the whole thing. It just reframes everything. Every tiny, difficult action you take isn't just another chore you have to slog through. No, it's a quiet act of defiance. It's you casting a vote against the illness. And here's the best part. It doesn't have to feel good. It doesn't have to feel rewarding. The act itself, just doing it, that's the victory. And check this out. This timeline shows you exactly how that momentum works. In week 1, doing this stuff can feel totally pointless. Honestly, it might even be aggravating. Any progress is completely invisible. Then, maybe by month 1, a fragile little routine starts to form, but the effort, the sheer weight of it feels exactly the same. But here's the magic. By month 3, something is quietly building under the surface. Momentum is there even if you can't feel it day to day. And that's really the key. This isn't about getting it right. It's not about perfection. It's definitely not about suddenly waking up and feeling motivated. The real path forward is built from thousands upon thousands of steps that are reluctant, that are imperfect, that are maybe even done badly. That is what recovery actually looks like, not some picture-perfect fantasy. Which brings us to our final section, and it's all about embracing this reluctant way forward. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. If this is what your experience feels like, you are so not alone in this slow, difficult crawl. This is such a powerful message of hope, right? It's a reminder that the people who have made it through, who are on the other side now, they remember this feeling. They remember exactly how impossible every single one of those small steps felt. That feeling of impossibility isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a shared, valid part of the journey. And this quote describes the turning point. For a lot of people, it's not some sudden burst of inspiration. It's more like this slow, gradual shift, where eventually the constant, heavy, grinding pain of staying still becomes even more exhausting than the sharp, difficult pain of taking one more tiny step forward. So, what do you take away from all this? Let's boil it down to 4 permissions, 4 things you can give yourself right now. Number 1, your only job is the next small thing. That's it. 2, you are absolutely allowed to do it badly. 3, you are 100% allowed to be reluctant. And 4, you do not have to fix everything right now. And we're going to end on this incredibly powerful thought. The goal isn't to win the entire war in a single day. The goal is just to refuse to let the illness have the final say. To just keep fighting for that next inch, however reluctantly you have to take it. One reluctant inch at a time.